I want to talk to you about reframing your story and relationships, and I'm gonna give you 3 specific tools that can help us renew our minds, win the war in our minds so God can change our thinking, which will change our life. Let me give you 3 really simple tools. The first thing is, number 1, is I wanna encourage you occasionally to thank God for what didn't happen. To thank God for what didn't happen. I'll give you an example of this. There was a 20-year-old girl that said, "Mom and Dad, I've got really bad news to tell you. I need you to sit down." And she said, "Let me tell the whole story, and I just want you to stay calm, but it's really bad news. I went out to a bar, I met a guy, we drank too much, he came back to my apartment, we hooked up, and I'm embarrassed to say I'm pregnant. The good news is that his probation will be over in a year, and he's gonna start looking for a job once he's out of rehab. And he'll consider marrying me, but since we can't afford to get married now, he's just gonna move in right now." And she let it hang for a moment. Then she said, "Actually, none of that's true. The truth is I got a D on my chemistry exam, and I just wanted you to know it could be a whole lot worse." There may be a time where some of you ought to thank God for what didn't happen in your kid's life, right? Well, I don't know what it would be, but maybe you missed your goal at work and you had a target so you could get your bonus, and you ended up not getting your bonus, and you feel devastated by that. But you can thank God that in a very challenged and compromised economy that you didn't actually lose your job, and suddenly you're reframing a situation rather than just focusing on what's wrong, you can actually see what's right. You might get in a car wreck. One of my kids not too long ago, get a little fender bender. "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be expensive, and there's insurance hassle and a deductible, and we're not gonna be in a car." Or you can say, "You know what? Thank God nobody got hurt. Thank God that it wasn't that big of a deal." In the whole scheme of things, there are some things that are a big deal, but so often it's things that aren't that end up taking us off. And if you'll take a step back every now and then and look with a broader perspective, instead of focusing on what you hate, you may just change the frame and say, "God, I thank you for what didn't happen. There's so many good things. I'm not gonna let this one category take me off of being encouraged by your will."